Following lawsuits against both Maine and Oregon, the courts will likely decide whether the two states have to release voter polls to the Department of Justice. Good evening, everyone. I'm Amanda Hill.
And I'm Brian Yacono. Thanks for being with us today. Our Pearl Small tonight has more about the legal arguments from both sides right here in Maine.
To our history.
Lawsuit or not, Maine Secretary of State Shenna Bellows is standing her ground.
I say it again today, go jump in the Gulf of Maine.
It's a quote that made headlines when Bellows first said it in July, but she says it actually comes from the former Secretary of State in Mississippi. When voter registration rolls were requested back during the Trump administration's first term, Delbert Hosemann told the feds to jump in the Gulf of Mexico. Bellows says it furthers her point that Maine is not alone and in fact is among several other states like New Hampshire and Pennsylvania that have also refused to release the data.
So it is strange, it is not normal that they are targeting just Maine and Oregon with these lawsuits.
She says she believes every state is clearly protected in Article 1 of the Constitution, which gives states primary authority over elections.
The states govern, sure, but there's also federal precedent.
The lawsuit stands on the legal basis of the National Voter Registration Act, Help America Vote Act, and Civil Rights Act, all federal statutes which guide election security and equality across states. To ensure those policies are being followed, Maine Senate Republican Minority Leader Trey Stewart says the federal government should be able to see voter data.
That there are checks and balances that can be done from the federal government to make sure that federal statutes are being upheld.
However, Bellows, who is running for governor as a Democrat, says there are other ways to do that, and her office has already provided the DOJ with detailed reports that can prove Maine's election integrity. But she's firm in her belief that releasing private information is an overreach and possibly politically inspired.
And so if they can target me because I'm a Democrat, they could target voters because of their political persuasion. And that's yet one more reason why we do not share sensitive personal information with the Department of Justice.
Well, if anything, her actions, the action is politically motivated. I mean, she's the one that's running for governor.
In Augusta, Pearl Small, News Center, Maine.
The lawsuit also claims Secretary Bellows has already shared this data with a private company. The secretary says that's not true, and the organization they're referring to is a state-led group that shares some data across state lines to make sure voters are not double registered.